Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I want to talk about my new engine, my new buy. This is a 6B230 Buddha gas. This would have been in like the C combines. Now, this is an early 230 gas engine because it's got the 6 designation before the B. If it was a later model that Allis Chalmers would have been considered an Allis engine, it would not have the 6. It would just be a B230. This one having the 6 designation before makes it an actual Buddha engine. Before Allis Chalmers, actually, the deal was made. Somewhere in the really early 50s, it was like 56, I think, or 54, that Allis bought Buddha. So that makes this a dry sleeve engine. There is no wet sleeves to push down inside of it. There's better designs. You know, it's a toss-up on either hand. What's the better design? If you can change a wet sleeve, but then the dry sleeves didn't push down into the blocks like some of the Buddhas had problems with. So kind of a toss-up there, but it was overhauled. Basically, at the threshing show, when we had to go save the tractors from the flood, there's an old man there that waved at me when I was driving by, and I figured I'd go have a chat with him, and got to talking. Come to find out, he knew my great-grandpa, my great-grandpa, my grandpa, and my great-uncle. And he had some stories to tell back and forth, and a couple of them I had heard. The one that he wanted to bring up was my great-uncle brought a WD-45 to a tractor pull here in Freeport back, I don't know if it was late 60s or so. But anyway, I guess he had weights just hanging off of this 45 everywhere, and he's pulling up into classes, in the heavy classes. One of the main tractors that everybody talks about in that pull was a John Deere R that was pulling against him. And Uncle Bob went down there and I guess just whooped everybody's ass. The guy with the John Deere R asked him when he pulled up with the 45, he asked Uncle Bob, he said, "What the hell are you doing with that?" And I guess Uncle Bob just kind of pushed off the situation, and then after the pull, after he whooped everybody's ass, he comes up to the guy and said, "Well, I come to pull. What the fuck did you come to do?" But probably went over pretty good with that big John Deere guy, you know. So that was, I've heard the story from Dad, but it was kind of neat hearing the story from an old timer that, you know, had seen it. And, you know, it was there too. I heard a couple other stories about them bringing a Allis Chalmers U home from Madison, which is like 70 miles from here. And I was able to add to that. They didn't know that they couldn't get it into 4th gear, I guess, if they didn't know, or they couldn't figure out how to get it into 4th gear the first day. So they drove it back the first day in 3rd gear, and then stayed in a hotel or whatever the next morning, and then they figured out how to get it in 4th gear, and then drove it the rest of the way home. But so anyway, that was neat on that. And then just kind of out of the blue, he says, "You know, you might be interested in an engine that I've got back there." So this was at the Stevenson County Historical Museum down there on the corner of Lamb Road and Walnut. It was a stationary engine that they had on an old International flatbed with 2 other stationary engines. And I know they just ran it every once in a while. The story was that it was overhauled professionally, and they said that it was maybe 50 hours on it. And then went and talked to Joe Stebbins. Some of you guys might know him from the area. I was talking to him, and he confirmed the whole story. The same thing. He said that thing was just overhauled. I can't believe you got him to sell it to you, you know, and he offered it to me. So the price was more than fair. I didn't give him hardly anything for it. Let's put it that way. And I probably should have offered him a little bit more than he told me, but it is what it is, I guess. I don't know. He was happy, I'm happy, so I guess it was a good deal, right? But anyway, we're gonna got the battery set in there. We're gonna go through and just check a few things, and we're gonna see if this thing will run like it says. I did turn it over by hand. It turns over good. So yeah, let's see what happens. At this point, we have literally just put a battery in it and a little stupid gas tank. Fuel line was right there with a nipple on it. We just put a line on it. Pretty simple. I'm gonna see if I've got a muffler to put on it, or at least a straight pipe to get the noise up there somewhere. And we'll see if it turns over. Just gonna do a couple of final checks here. That looks real good, actually. It's brand new. You can see how good that looks. That looks pretty well brand new. I'm not even gonna dig any deeper. If you can see here, what I did find was some corrosion down in there, and that's just kind of fell out when I removed the cap. I'll pull that out of there and clean it up. Clean that up, and I think we're ready to try it. Gonna take our lift off of there and see what happens. All right, got you guys set up here on a tripod. We got a funny pipe with a flex pipe up there. Make it not so loud right in our face anyway. I guess there's nothing else left to do but turn it over. See what happens. He must be hungry.
Okay, I can definitely go down.
Pull the choke. Oh.
Ready?
Yeah. Take a minute to get that gas flowing through that pump. Trial of error. Well, we're gonna check to see if we got gas and spark. We'll bring you right back. All right, so I went over there and realized that the choke cable wasn't really pulling the choke. So, I'm gonna try this again, see what happens. They haven't messed with anything else. Got it choked. Well, back to checking for gas and spark. So we've definitely got gas there. I cracked that for a split second. We have gas right there and at the bowl. And when you take this off, it smells like gas. So, moving on to check spark. So, I know y'all remember just a couple minutes ago when I said I'm not even going to dig any farther. About that. Let's see if I can get it in the light. The inside one doesn't look any better, and that is corrosion. It's not like the camera. It kind of tricks you into thinking it might be a little shiny. No. All right, moving on. Come over here and see what we got on the old part shelf. Maybe one of these will work. Might be a stretch. I got a feeling these are all for different force cylinders. We'll see. Well, I'll be. The first one I picked up out of there. A brand new used one. Yeah, check those bad boys out.
Hey, did you put this on?
Probably won't start without that. Something tells me we wouldn't have any spark. All right. Take two on trying to start this beast. It's gonna fire right up now. She'll fire up. I think it's flooded. Oh yeah. Well, that was hard. Half an hour fooling around. Yeah, we were taking our time with it too. It's a lot quieter than I thought it was going to be. Still glad we put the straight pipe on it. A little bit of a miss to it there. Probably use some new plugs at this point. Sounds really good though. Everything over on the gauges. Alright. That's just sitting at idle. Really doesn't sound too bad. Oh yeah. Got a little bit of a miss to it, I'd say. Sure sounds good. The valves here. Stay away from that thing. Bring you guys next to it. The valves are like a very, very light sewing machine. You can hear them. I don't know what the phone's going to pick up. It might be getting too much wind from the fan here. It sounds like a sewing machine. No U-turns. No going back now. Oh yeah, that thing runs beautifully. So there's that insignia I was talking about, the 6B230. Now, like I said, if this was just an Allis engine, it wouldn't have that 6 there. It would just be a B230, making it a wet sleeve engine. This having the 6, I don't know, I guess it's, I don't know. Just from what I've read, trying to find information, it's kind of hard to find information on them. Even some of the guys that really know their Allises don't really know a lot about them. So the information that I told you, I believe, is correct. It came from a pretty trusted source. So that's where we're at on that. After running it here, we shut it off and went to start it again a little later, and it was pumping gasoline out of there. So anyway, the float was stuck, and we had this sitting up here, and we got a mess in there, but we're gonna change the oil in it anyway. And like my brother said, well, the pistons are clean now. So one good way to look at it. So here's part 2 of my little toy video here. So I want to start off, I want to mention the gentleman that originally owned this. A couple weeks ago, I got a message from a woman that said he was looking to sell this. And at the time I was in the tractor, I was busy, and then I got another phone call about the insurance claim that I'm dealing with, and that just kind of completely spaced my mind from it, and wasn't thinking about it until I got a message from Ron Jones, which is a local antique parts dealer here. He says, hey, I got a 3-bottom turnover slat plow for you. Are you interested in it? I said, well, yes, I'm interested in it. I meant to buy it from the guy that brought it to you. And I know that you watch the channel, so it ended up here. You'll get to see it get put to use during plow day next year. And you're more than welcome to come and join us during plow day too. That'd be great. You could actually run it. We got too many plows and we have people to drive them, so something to keep in mind. I appreciate you guys thinking about me, and I'm sorry that I didn't get in touch with you before you took it over to Ron's, but sounds like either way everybody was happy in the deal. So it's here. It's rare. So the left-handed bottoms, them are kind of rare to begin with, but then make them left-handed slat bottoms makes them even more rare. I had a call from Ron in the morning. It was 2 days ago when I was pulling. Wednesday, I had a call. Ron, he calls me, he says, hey, it tells me about the plow, blah, blah. I said, okay, yeah, I'll get it. So then, as I'm on the phone with him, I get a call from another guy. Hey, Ron's got a slat plow up there you might be interested in. I say, yes, I know. So then, I don't know, about an hour later, I get a call from Ted. Hey, Ron's got a slat plow up there, turnover. You really ought to get up there and take a look at that. Yes, I know, I'm going. I told Ron I'd buy it. So anyway, it was kind of interesting. 3 different people calling me and letting me know, and I had already known about the thing before that. So anyway, here it is. It's awesome. So like I said, 3-point slat plow. We'll be running this behind Frankie, I believe, is the plan right now. 2-way Allis cylinder on there. I'm excited. I've never been around one of these. I've only ever seen them in videos and like the old field demonstrations like J&L Videos puts up and stuff. Never been around one, so I'm very happy to own one. At this point, I think Ted and I need to get together and do a plow video, because I think if we put all of our plows together, we probably have one of every model that Allis Chalmers built at this point. We're getting close anyway. I guess there's 1 or 2 that we're missing, but then again, I don't know, he might have them tucked away. Anyway, we're getting to the point. I think I'm gonna get all of my plows out, and Ted, if you're watching this, I'm gonna need you to come and narrate and tell everybody what they are, so I don't get my information all crossed up. Ted is the plow guy around here. So anyway, yep, I'm very happy to own this. I gave a really good price for it. Sounds like all parties that were involved were happy with the deal, and I'm excited to use this thing. I'm excited for it to be here on the farm, and another rare piece for to add to our collection. Put behind a tractor, and now you got, just not just a regular tractor, you got something behind it to talk about. Makes kind of a focal point. So this is where I'm going to end this video. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. I'd like to thank everybody for the continued support on the channel. If you like this episode, give it a thumbs up. It helps get the videos out there. Lay a comment down. that helps get the videos out there too, and I thoroughly enjoy talking with everybody. It takes a little while for me to get back to you sometimes, but I can't spend all day on the phone answering messages and all that stuff, so I will definitely get back to you though. So that being said, I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and I hope to catch you on the next one.